Hello and welcome to another episode of Virtual City Hall School. Today's guest comes to talk to the youngest students at City Hall, grade ones, but also the oldest ones, grade sixes. I think no matter what age you're at, you'll enjoy our next guest, and the topic that she has will certainly grow on you. There's a whole team of people in our city that care about our urban forest, and I'm so glad that we have one of them with us today. Hi, Katelynne.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. I'm going to turn the interview over to student reporter Evan, and he's got some great questions for you. Go ahead, Evan.
So my first question for you is, most people don't think about forests in cities. Tell us what community forestry is about.
Yeah, that's right. So often when you think about a big city, you don't really imagine a forest growing in it. But trees are especially important in cities, and they're very valuable to have here. So when you have a lot of trees growing in a big city, one just like Edmonton, it's called an urban forest. So the city of Edmonton has a group of people called urban foresters and arborists that help to protect and preserve our trees. And some of these urban foresters work on the team that you just mentioned, community forestry. So as part of that team, it's our role to educate the public and citizens about the importance of trees and how the city cares for them.
Yeah, most people don't think about that part. So my second question is, we know trees look beautiful and are fun to climb, but what are some other benefits of trees that we might not consider?
I love this question so much. This is one of my very favorite things to talk about because trees have so many amazing benefits. So a really important one is their ability to produce oxygen, which is essential for life. So trees have a really cool process called photosynthesis, which produces oxygen as a byproduct, which we as humans then breathe in, and it's needed for our survival. So through this process, photosynthesis, trees also remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which is very important when you consider the negative effects of climate change. So as you might know, carbon dioxide is a type of greenhouse gas that traps heat in our atmosphere, and it's warming the temperature of our planet. So carbon dioxide is emitted by things like cars, factories, and planes. And by removing carbon dioxide, trees can help to mitigate the impacts of climate change. Trees are also wonderful habitats for animals such as birds, squirrels, and insects to live in, and a lot of trees actually produce fruit and seeds that are food for the animals. Some of the other benefits of trees include providing shade on warm, hot days, reducing soil erosion, reducing stormwater runoff, and even helping to purify the air that we breathe by filtering out the particles from pollution.
Yeah, definitely. So my third question is, how many trees do we have in the city of Edmonton?
That's a great question. So we actually keep an online inventory of all our city-owned trees, and we document the location and the species of each tree. And you can actually view them on a web page or a phone app called YEG Tree Map. And it's really neat because you can take this app with you and walk down the streets of your neighborhood and learn the names of all the trees around you. But to answer your question, Edmonton has over 380,000 street and park trees in the city, and we do a lot of things to ensure that they remain healthy and safe.
Yeah, do you count like all of them?
We do, yeah. We keep them in an online database, and we know where each one of them are.
Yeah. Okay, so my fourth question is, tell us about Root for Trees.
So working for the Root for Trees program was actually the very first job that I had with the city. It's a really fun program where Edmontonians can volunteer and get the opportunity to plant native trees, shrubs, and wildflowers in the naturalized parts of our city. So when you sign up to volunteer, you will work with a program leader, and they'll provide you with shovels, gloves, and of course trees. They'll show you the proper way to plant your tree, as well as teach you all about the trees growing throughout our city. So you'll get to plant really cool things like aspen, pine, spruce, Saskatoon berry bushes, and dogwood. And through the program, nearly 45,000 trees and shrubs get planted by volunteers every single year. So this is part of the city's goal to double the size of Edmonton's urban forest canopy.
Yeah. So my fifth question is, what is the most rewarding part of your work?
Good question. I would say the most rewarding part of my work is talking to people like you about how amazing trees are. Edmonton is a very special place, and if you compare Edmonton to other large urban cities in North America, we actually have the largest urban green space. So if there's any way that I can help people appreciate all the amazing benefits of trees, it just makes my heart feel so full.
Is that why you chose your job?
Absolutely, yes. I went to school to study for this, and I'm very lucky that I found a career in it.
So my sixth and final question is, during this time of isolation, what is something that brings you joy?
I like that. I think I've been enjoying just slowing down and spending some time in my garden. So this year I built a raised vegetable garden in the front yard, and I like waking up every morning to go outside and check on my seedlings. I've got some radishes and peppers and lettuce out there. And it's also a nice way to meet people in my neighborhood too, because when I'm working in my front yard, people will stop by on their walks and ask questions about the garden, and it's nice just to be able to keep touch and build community.
Nice. Well, thank you for those questions and for the answers. It was great to get to know you and the work your team does. I like to end each episode with a challenge. So today's challenge has an indoor and outdoor part. The indoor part is go to that website that Katelynne was talking about, YEG Tree Map, and enter your address. You'll be able to see all the trees in your neighborhood. If you click on one particular tree, you can find out what type of tree it is, the size of it, and the eco benefits that it has. Maybe you have a favorite tree. Katelynne, what's your favorite tree?
My favorite tree in Edmonton is a spruce tree.
Nice. So maybe you're like Katelynne and you like spruces. So if you enter spruce into the database, you'll see where all the spruce trees are in the whole city of Edmonton. Maybe you want to go into the website and enter some of the information about the trees in your yard. You could add them to the database. So after you finish that indoor challenge, get outdoors and enjoy the trees. Thanks for watching today. Goodbye, Katelynne.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Evan. Thank you.
Bye.